Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session for eye twitching, and it was created for a client that had a recurring twitch in one of their eyes, their right eye, and there were certain things that were highly likely to be a cause of this. One was something related to straining the muscles around the eyes, and I did a quick test on kind of eye dominance, and it seemed like their dominant eye was slightly blurry, so it could just be that they were straining that eye a lot, trying to kind of see more clearly. And typically the eyes squint if there is blurriness. It's the equivalent of a camera aperture closing down. It kind of increases the clarity, but that can lead to muscle tension. And there was also a lot of screen time. Generally, they used a lot of screen time, not just in their recreational time, but in their day-to-day time as well. That can have an impact. What you're going to hear on this particular hypnosis session is an element of progressive relaxation and then a metaphor told through a story. And I quite like storytelling as a vehicle because it does two things. One, it has a level of disassociation because you're seeing the story through the lens of whoever the character is in the story. Secondly, it's a good way to kind of weave in embedded commands and suggestions where it can't be directed at the individual because it's only applicable to the character. But of course, the client in hypnosis is hearing the story as if it's being told to someone else. So it's quite a covert way for very powerful suggestions to be delivered, and then direct suggestions about this metaphor of a reboot. And the reason a reboot was used is because quite often twitches or spasms come from prolonged tension or flexing of a muscle or a tendon, and then the spasm is kind of like a release. It's almost like a release valve. So there is a metaphor here of a glitch in a computer game, and the reboot fixes the glitch. And that's designed to empower the client to think of taking a rest or a break as a way of rebooting the tendons and the nerves around the eye. I think if you have any kind of spasms or twitches, I would always recommend seeing a doctor first just to see if there is a physical cause first, because there can be neurological reasons or physical reasons for twitches and spasms. It's worth investigating that first, in the same way that if I work with someone with tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears, you need to see a hearing specialist first before you see a hypnotist to rule out any actual damage to the hearing process. So that's the first thing to do. If that's been ruled out and there isn't a physical cause of the condition, then a hypnotherapist may be able to help, because it could be linked to stress, anxiety, fatigue, excess caffeine, other addictions, too much sugar, lack of poor quality sleep. There's lots of things that can have an impact on spasms that the hypnosis can really help with. And if you're curious about any of those, then there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a completely free consultation call to explore working with me. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a slow, calm, relaxing breath. And as you breathe out, just allow any feeling of stress or tension, any worries, just to feel that right now in this moment they're not needed. So that as you breathe out, you can feel a wonderful feeling of release. As breath by breath, the tiniest amount of tension, stress, or worries feel like they're leaving your body in that outward breath. With your eyes closed, you can focus more on the sound of my voice. And just for a moment, I want to encourage you to focus your attention on a tiny spot in your forehead with your eyes closed. Almost imagine you're looking up through your brain into your forehead. Feel the tension in your eyes, and as you breathe in, increase that tension like a laser beam. Imagine yourself like a superhero with a laser beam going through your brain into your forehead. Feel that tension in your eyes. And as you breathe out, just look down and release all of that tension in your eyes. That's it, feeling deeper and deeper relaxed. Understanding that the deeper you breathe, the more oxygen goes into your lungs, your heart absorbs that oxygen and starts distributing it to every cell in your body. But I want you to focus your attention in your eyelids. So much so that the deeper you breathe, the more you feel that oxygen is being carried to those tiny cells around your eyelids, releasing any tension and enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And if you need to position your body in a way that you could feel even more relaxed, just do that now. Arms, legs feeling heavy, comfortable, relaxed. I want your mind to take you back to a time in your past where you were carefree, no worries, no responsibilities. A time where you could just be full of play, effortlessly relaxed. And I want you to imagine what it would have been like at that age, feeling so relaxed, to find a secret garden with a pool, with some kind of inflatable lilos or toys just on the surface, and just use the power of your imagination to imagine how you would feel if you had to use all of your energy to push one of those inflatables below the surface of the water. That the natural tendency of buoyancy would mean that the inflatables want to get to the surface, but you're trying to force them down. And notice that when you let go of that inflatable and just allow it to be on the surface, there is nothing for you to do. And I want you to get a sense that that's how it is with all muscles in your body. You don't need to make them do anything. Just allow them to do what they're biologically designed to do. And feel that that is releasing some pressure, expectation, or obligation. That it requires no effort for an inflatable to float on the surface. And now imagine climbing on one of those inflatables, there on a pool in a secret garden, under blue skies and sunshine. And just imagine going deeper and deeper relaxed as you imagine taking a nap on some form of inflatable there floating on the surface of a pool. And as your physical body imagines that, allow your imagination to imagine a staircase. A solid staircase, perhaps made of brick, marble, metal or wood. Maybe it's carpeted, maybe it isn't. And if you could imagine standing at the top of that solid staircase looking downwards, let me know by nodding your head. And I will count down from 10 to 1, and with each descending number, you will breathe in and breathe out, releasing whatever's left of tension in your body as your arms feel limp, loose, and heavy, feeling deeper and deeper relaxed. Each step down the staircase will take you deeper to your subconscious mind, where changes can take place. 10, taking that first step down the staircase, knowing that it's taking you to a positive place where good changes take place. Breathing in that deep breath, exhaling any tension. 9, another step down the staircase. And the further down the staircase you go, the more relaxed you feel. The more that your mind feels that you're going to a place where changes become effortless. 8, another step down the staircase. A solid, well-lit staircase you can see all the way down. 7, another step down the staircase. Just feeling a wave of relaxation over your whole body, starting from your head, down your face, all the way down to your toes. 6, another step down the staircase. And you could imagine yawning just in your imagination as you gradually, step by step, go down the staircase, feeling more and more comfortable. That's it. 5, another step down. And know, the deeper down you go, the easier it is to change things that no longer serve you. 4, another step down the staircase. Realizing you're closer to the bottom than you are to the top. That's it. 3, releasing any tension in your arms and legs. Feeling so comfortable, so relaxed. 2, getting close to the bottom of the staircase, just in your imagination. And then 1 and 0. And when you're at the bottom of the staircase, let me know by nodding your head. Just imagine a corridor that leads to a room. And in that room, I want you to imagine a comfortable chair, or imagine sitting in that comfortable chair. And imagine someone else is in the room, someone wise telling a story not about you, but about things that you can relate to. The story isn't directed at you, it's directed at someone else. So you can just make yourself comfortable there in that comfortable chair as your mind pays attention to a story without having to do anything. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Alex who loved playing video games. He would spend hours in front of his computer, immersed in a fantastical world of thrilling adventures. But lately, Alex had a small temporary problem. His right eye would twitch, especially after hours in front of a screen. And one day, as Alex was deep into his favorite game, a character got stuck in a moment, endlessly repeating the same action. Frustrated, Alex knew exactly what to do. He saved his progress, rebooted the computer, and just like magic, the game worked perfectly again. And as he watched the screen come back to life, Alex couldn't help but think of his twitching eye. Maybe my eye is like a little glitch, he mused. Just like the game character gets stuck, my eye gets stuck twitching. And just like rebooting the computer fixes the game, maybe I can reboot my eye. And from that day on, whenever Alex felt his eye twitching more than usual, he would take a break. He'd step away from his screen, stretch, walk around, maybe do some exercise. Sometimes he'd go outside and breathe in the fresh air, letting his eyes rest from the bright screens and intense focus. Each break was like a little reboot for his eyes, and gradually, and then suddenly, the twitching happened less and less. Alex realized that by taking these small breaks, he was doing the equivalent of rebooting his computer, allowing his eyes to start again without the glitch. And so, Alex continued to enjoy his video games, but now with a new approach. He balanced his screen time with breaks, knowing that just like in his games, a little reboot could fix the glitch and keep everything running smoothly. So in the end, Alex found that his eye twitches were no big deal. They were just a reminder to pause, take a break, and come back refreshed. And with each reboot, he could continue on glitch-free and happy. And just imagine that wise person reading the story leaves the room, taking their story with them, giving you a moment to reflect on that story. As you breathe in and out there on that comfortable chair, in a room, at the end of a corridor, down a staircase. Breathe in and breathe out, feeling more and more relaxed. Feel a soothing wave of relaxation washing over your eyes, releasing any tension that may be causing the twitching. As you take a deep breath, imagine your eye muscles gently relaxing and returning to their natural, calm state. And use that power of your imagination to imagine a cool, refreshing stream flowing over your eyes, washing and easing away any twitching or discomfort. Or imagine them bathed in a soft, calming light, allowing them to release any tension and just return to normal. With each breath, feel your eyes and all the muscles around your eyes, your eyebrows, eyelids, becoming more relaxed. Any twitching becoming less frequent and gradually just fading away. And when you remember that pool with the inflatables, imagine your eyes as perfectly still pools of water, free from any ripples or disturbances. And just sense your eyelids becoming heavy and relaxed, the twitching subsiding as you let go of any strains. Imagine a gentle breeze soothing your eyes, easing any twitching and bringing a sense of calm as you feel your body sending healing energy to your eyes, helping them to release any twitching and return to their normal, relaxed, comfortable state. As you drift deeper into relaxation, know that your eyes are becoming hydrated, rested, and free from twitching. Any tension, any twitching is just melting away, being released. As you use the power of your imagination to imagine an ice cube melting in the sun. Just imagine any tension in your eyes melting away like that ice cube. Imagine your eye muscle as soft, relaxed, and completely at ease. No need to twitch at all. Start to imagine a future with less screen time, more hydration, sleeping really well, eating good food. See a future where you are healthy and happy and completely twitch-free. Know that your body is naturally healing your eyes. Every time you sleep and every time your eyes are closed, tension melts away. Your eyes need rest, just like the rest of your body. And whenever you rest your eyes, feel you are giving them a reboot. So when you open them again, they feel energized, relaxed, and back to normal. Imagine your eyes has this wonderful ability that as you drink water, as you eat good quality fruits and vegetables, that your eyes can take in hydration and nutrients from the food and water you consume. And that combined with rest are all they need to function smoothly and perfectly normally. As you continue to relax, your unconscious mind now accepts that your eyes are returning to their normal, healthy state. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling that even this time there's been rest for your eyes. As you imagine, this itself has been a reboot, and you leave the comfortable chair and walk down a corridor, and imagine seeing a staircase, this time to walk upwards. Imagine walking up the staircase, but instead of reaching the top of a staircase, find yourself lazily relaxing on an inflatable on a pool in a secret garden. And you leave the pool and the garden and find yourself returning back to the here and now, to your reality, to your present moment. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connecting fully with the present moment. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling refreshed, rebooted, feeling optimistic for the future. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.